Hey there, small fries! Welcome back to another sailing episode of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker Randomizer. We are continuing on with round 2 of this double elimination tournament. We have Trog on the left. We have Gani on the right, apparently. And this should be a good one. Good evening, everyone! I am Wolfman2000, and oh, hold on a second. Echo, my apologies. We will hopefully get that straight soon enough. We are on a different setup today.
LPG, that would be because we are.
Hopefully this is working a little bit better now. And yes, my special guest and commentator is MathGirl718. You may as well say hello now.
Hello, everyone.
So basically, we have very strong runners here. Trog the Glitch Hunter, Gani, who has done well in the PuppetGanon League. I forgot that was a thing. So while I make sure the runners are ready to go, why don't you explain what is going to happen?
So, this is The Legend of Zelda, your favorite Wind Waker, but all the items are randomized all over the world with a logic that basically allows you to do this game without glitches. However, all glitches except for file item transfer are allowed.
And if for some reason we do find barriers skipped, well, they win something much bigger.
But it is preemptively banned.
So at this point, the runners are ready to go. So hopefully we will have an excellent race as our runners are about to take off.
Alright, and we're underway.
Once we get past the loading screens, there we are.
Looks like both players using Link today. Link on the left is in casual clothes, and Link on the right is in his more normal clothes. Both with changed colors.
No green Link today. Instead, we have blue Link and New Game Plus Link.
Plus different colors on the New Game Plus.
Our runners have started on Windfall Island, the traditional place to start. We have 7 immediate available items out of 12. And we're starting off with... oh, right. This guy.
Yep, everyone's favorite extortionist in Wind Waker, Tingle.
Fortunately, we don't have to worry about, buying anything from him this time.
Empty bottle.
But of course, Tingle gives not 1, but 2!
And Maggie's letter. Not useful until we can use the delivery bag.
So with the... yeah, but that bottle will certainly help because we do have a grandmother that we can save.
Ah, yes, and she gives a nice piece of mail. What does everybody think Grandma will have today?
Well, who knows? At least Seeker is a fond friend of Tingle. Right now, I think both Trog and Gani are going for the Killer Bee side quest.
That they appear to be doing. So, something interesting to note about the kids. You can go inside and it won't actually reset the kids.
Well, that will certainly come come in handy if our runners want to route in Tot or Maggie to receive the not letter.
Yep.
There's the first kid for Trog, and Ganon is going to actually visit Tot right now.
Pretty normal routing, honestly.
As you may have noticed, our heroes did start with the Wind Waker, so they can immediately take advantage of getting the not Song of Passing, because they already start with that as well.
And a most unusual item in original Wind Waker is a swift sail.
But what is also unusual is that Ganon and Trog end up with power bracelets. I didn't realize Tot was working out.
Seems to be just by dancing.
I would think dancing helps more with aerobics than physical strength, but then again, perhaps I don't know the workout routine.
Maybe he's just getting warmed up.
That is a completely fair point, Math Girl. Oh, that was a very nice jump Ganon did. And Trog does the same, needed to do a jump slash, but still saves some time by not having to sidle.
So the fun fact is that that's not even the fastest method.
Of course, you've done your own glitch hunting, so...
Oh, I didn't find it. This was long predating me. So you know that little white wall to the right with the pots? You can also side hop around that and jump slash it. A very good timing because you have like 2 or 3 frames to get it.
Oh boy, there is a lot to go through here. And that should be the last kid on Trog's side. Yep, there's the whistle.
And they have Moplin's letter. Kids, what are you doing with a letter from a Moblin? That's a little disturbing.
Unexpected stranger danger? Oh boy, Earth God's lyric. Wait a second. Power bracelets, Earth God's lyric. We are one command melody away from being able to get a good deal from Earth Temple, I believe.
Need mirror shield, need fire arrows.
Uh-oh, Moo DDR Tracker is already concerned from what happened a few nights ago. We did have a previous seed, surprisingly not rolled by me, where the 3 upgrades to the Master Sword were found in Earth Temple.
Listen, all dungeons required seed, rolled by me.
Maggie with bombs, so that'll certainly convince us to go towards Paw Print Isle.
Yes, it will. Although I hate going to Paw Print without the grappling hook.
Yes, that one chest. But Trog is not going there yet. Most runners, when they play the Song of Passing while on Windfall, they go for this lady right here, named Mila. I had a double L in my head. So, Mila is an interesting one. Basically, in the Wind Waker lore, Mila and Maggie were actually opposite as far as the economy goes. Technically, this randomizer starts post-second dip into Hyrule. So, the world is vast and open, but that also means some of the story flags have been already set that far ahead.
So the reason, for the most part, that we had to set Hyrule 2 flags, as we call them in, speedrunning, is there are animation sets in original Wind Waker and Wind Waker HD. There's 2 animation sets. If you try to watch a cutscene in the wrong one, you're gonna crash. Which, fun fact, is also why we go to Hyrule 2 in Wind Waker HD, even though we have barrier skip.
Alright, Trog is having fun and now is going to
Do his sidle technique for Mila.
hiding in plain sight, while Ganon is going for the more Batman-y approach.
You know, I kind of adopted Trog's style lately.
And if you don't believe us, take a look right here.
Wait a couple seconds, and let go of the A button and walk towards her.
Works like a charm.
Just be careful not to let go too early. Lead bag. Oh dear, that puts Bird's Peak Rock into logic, and the worst place you can put a grappling hook for speedrunners is in Bird's Peak Rock. Because goodness knows they all love their fancy little trick.
Alright, thanks to the bombs we found from Maggie, we're able to get...
Note to Mom, that's all 3 letters.
That it is. Beetle sent a letter to give us a letter.
How strange.
However, we can't do anything with the note to Mom because we don't have that delivery bag.
Yep. Watch it be on top, right?
Alright, Salvage Corps personnel. What do they have for us today?
You know, probably the most amusing thing I saw was grappling hook. Skull hammer.
Not a bad second.
Well, the reason it's amusing is they talk to you about grappling hooks.
Ah, I follow. However, while it is nice to have that skull hammer, we can access 3 items in Forsaken Fortress out of 6. But I don't think that's what we're after right now. Nope, Trog is going into Pauperate. With the bombs on him, we can access 3 chests out of 4.
Yep. So without the hook shot and without the lead, you can't get to us.
Speaking of...
Burn the witch.
Please don't. Please don't. Now, the item that Trog just picked up, the Triforce Shard, we're not going to see that in use whatsoever. We don't have to dig for treasure in the open ocean.
So, I think there. Wait, is that possible in an SD? It might not be. And there's another. All the charts are useless in these flag sets. Because, well, we wanted to optimize this to be as fun as it could be while still keeping it sub 4 hours.
That is correct. Because as much as we all enjoy Wind Waker, even the seas can put us to sleep.
Yeah.
Trog is picking up a ferry, probably going to go to Outset Island to save our grandma.
Well, it's interesting. In this game, soup is very overpowered. Not only does it refill your magic and give you your full health back and double your attack power, but with a very simple glitch, you can have infinite amount of this without ever going back to grandma.
Or as many of the runners like to chant, dupe that soup!
Yes, this is appropriately named soup glitch.
And all you need is 1 ferry. Wait a sec. LPGanon is going to Forest Haven. Now there are 3 islands nearby where we can at least get 1 item from each. Bomb Island, Bird's Peak Rock, and Cliff Plateau.
So there's no way he can do anything on... Well, I shouldn't say that. There is a way, but it doesn't get you a useful item. You can do chest storage and climb Forest Haven on the exterior to the top and just fall down and then spawn.
Alright, starting off, I did not see if Trog got an item yet, but right now LPGanon is...
Bomb Island.
Yep, that is definitely Bomb Island.
Everyone's favorite island.
Oh boy.
Got the sarcasm.
Yeah, so let's at least set the pretense for a bit. Bomb Island is effectively an extended puzzle room from Dragon Roost Cavern, where you basically have to hit switches, and sometimes you have to use the magtails in order to hit the switches. By basically hitting them with the sword once, have them curl into a ball, and then just hope that you aim carefully.
Oh, and they uncurl after a while. Mirror Shield. Didn't we see that a few runs ago on Grandma? Grandma, what are you doing with the upgraded shield? Aren't you supposed to have the basic shield?
Well, apparently Grandma was keeping it in storage. So yeah, Alright, here's the magtail in action. Gotta hit it once or twice, there's the ball curl.
And you'll never unsee it once you see it. Goma looks like a gigantic magtail with armor.
And
oh!
Trog, meanwhile, is over in Diamond Step.
Diamond Step has 2 items, both of which are progression logic.
That is correct. The hook shot is what guards both. And then it's a matter of if you wish to take the normal path or just pretend that walls don't exist, basically.
I do also believe there's a way with to do it without the hook shot.
Ooh, LPGanon knocked the magtail into the lava, has to wait a bit.
Ooh.
And
oh,
sword in one of the chests in the Warp Maze Cave. That is important.
Yes, it is. And that opens up the entirety of Forsaken Fortress.
Well, technically we still need the grappling hook, I believe.
Not for Forsaken Fortress.
Oh, Forsaken Fortress, right. I was mixing up that with Forbidden Woods.
All good. Also, we definitely need to leave because even with glitches, I don't think you can make it to Forbidden Woods without. At least not in Nesty.
Alright. LPGanon is at least able to recover some health, but here's the important thing. LPGanon has done 2 parries against these magtails. Parries will kill the magtails. You don't want them to die. You just need to hit them once or twice in a non-parry mode in order for them to curl into the ball, like so.
Well, it's actually interesting. If you manage to hold A, and when their arms are open, hold ZL, and while their arms are open, press A before the command activates. It will.
Oh no!
Oh no! Trog!
Bomb Island has the second sword.
And Trog hates Bomb Island.
Which means... if I recall correctly, Trog has stated after a previous race that if there's ever an important item on Bomb Island...
Rip Trog.
In minimal fashion, yes.
Oh no.
So Trog is heading to Angular Isles instead, while LPGanon is about to rescue Grandma.
Press F to pay respects, chat.
The interesting thing here, as I mentioned at the start, Trog is a glitch hunter for Wind Waker, even made a full game tool-assisted speed run of this game before. But that just shows how much Trog does not like Bomb Island.
It's not fun no matter what you do, and of course in vanilla, it's required for Hundo because heart piece. Yay!
And now Trog just hanging on top of the chest just for a piece of heart.
This island, funny enough, is not required in any vanilla speedrun because I think it's just some sort of routine. Except max percent, which is also called all permanent flags.
I don't even want to think about a perma hundo percent.
And Trog gets his storage, I think.
I thought Trog had actually missed it.
Yeah, I thought I saw the B command still up, and we'll see in a second. He's got it.
Alright, can you explain to the folks at home what we just saw and why we didn't see an animation?
Alright, so what you just saw is a frame perfect trick called storage. You cancel the Wind Waker while diving 3 frames before you hit the ground. For some reason, it just gives you this weird state where it puts the cutscene value at -1, and the next thing you do gets stored. In this case, it's stored the chest, and which gives you very interesting properties, which allows you to climb up walls, just like yeah.
So what better place to climb up a bunch of walls, assuming Trog is heading there, than the Forsaken Fortress?
He does not appear to be heading there.
I am curious as to where Trog is going then.
Looks like Cliff Plateau.
Yeah, that does look like Cliff Plateau.
That's definitely Cliff Plateau. And oh, you're gonna do this, aren't you? Trog, you're doing all the swag struts. Let the casuals catch up.
So, by having storage active, you can pretty much just climb on any surface, pretty much.
Well, this is specific to chest storage because it's, oh, I forget what it's called. It's got a specific name where it basically it gives Link an infinitesimally small hitbox to open the chest, and because you stored it, that never went away. Precise collision or something.
Now, in this case, we don't have to worry about the high cave, so in this case, the logic break was, oh, the vines have already shown their revenge. You want this chest, you gotta go through the normal way, into the Deku flower.
Although, one unfortunate thing about storage is that if you enter a loading zone or save and quit, it goes away.
And the vines get another hit for good measure.
Orange Rupee! I want to say that chest in vanilla is a joy pendant?
Unfortunately, I do not recall. Alright, Ganon has gone through the ship because, again, walls are just a thing, and now Ganon has the level 2 Master Sword. One more level to go.
As we like to say in Wind Waker Randomizer, walls are optional. Walls are merely a suggestion.
That they are.
Especially when you consider door storage just lets you walk through walls like they don't exist.
Alright, Trog is now, oh boy, Bomb Island. He already knows that there's not much.
Well, this is good at least. This is good. Trog, please don't go away.
So regarding what's left to cover across the world, so based off of overworld locations, we have logical access to Bird's Peak Rock. That logical access, though, requires us to purchase some Hoi pairs, which we then use from the big bag and have to go seagull flying. It is very unfortunate if we ever have to find the grappling hook there.
I actually had grappling hook in one of my seeds there.
My condolences.
Well, I'm not one of those people that knows how to do that, so I just did it the normal way and was like, oh, this is an advantage.
The other item locations right now, we can fully clear Forsaken Fortress now based off of all the gear. We can get a few chests in Dragon Roost Cavern, knowing that the first chest is always a small key. The other fallback is...
Oh. Trog not happy about that Magtail not cooperating.
No one would be. The other option, we actually would have to defeat Forsaken Fortress in order to get Arrow's letter, I believe.
Yep, that is activated by defeating Helmrock. One of those odd flags. There's a lot of odd flags with the mail. It actually took Lego quite a while to figure out what they were.
Alright, Trog now has level 2 Master Sword.
I'm sure he's gonna have some words for us.
For you, maybe. You rolled this seed.
True.
So, ultimately, the question comes down to Bird's Beak Rock, Dragon Roost, or Forsaken Fortress. If I were a betting man, I would say Forsaken Fortress, you get 6 items from within and 1 from the letter afterwards.
And you can full clear it, so why not?
The reason why we should say why not, because Trog disagrees, doesn't want to deal with more storage than necessary, apparently. He's going to Dragon Roost.
Oh, okay.
Now, perhaps Trog knows some additional sequence breaks that we don't. Goodness knows.
He knows them all. Trog, if you watch his tasks, he super swam to the point that he was climbing up tower wall things. It was a sight to behold. That is, of course, not archival.
Speaking of sights, notice the lava. Because our runners do not have Din's Pearl, the lava hasn't cooled off. That's actually the flag in order to not need to pick up the bomb flowers to knock the statues down. And LPGanon is heading to the Forest Haven, maybe for Bird's Peak Rock?
Could be.
Or maybe swimming diagonally southeast to go to Forsaken Fortress.
Wait, where is he? Forbidden Woods?
Yeah, LPGanon just left the Forest Haven.
Why would... There's no reason he would go to Forest Haven for Forsaken Fortress. Forsaken Fortress is in the top left of the map.
I thought it crosses over, you know, like the old-fashioned Final Fantasy screen scrolls.
What?
I'll explain that logic another day. First key found for Trog.
That is always guaranteed to be a key, except in Key Lunacy, which is a very fun mode that, unfortunately, we were not able to add in the end because it added too much time to the run.
Alright.
That basically is your normal favorite randomizer, but all your keys and big keys and maps and compasses can be anywhere over the world.
Second small key in the boarded up chest, so we now have access to 3 total.
So here's the evil thing. There is a almost 60% chance, I think, of the big chest having a key, which means you need leave and grappling hook, actually, to get that key to rush through the dungeon. Or Isaac. Arrow, sorry.
It's okay. But still, we did find 3 keys so far. And Trog has activated the warp and saving and warping. Anytime you save and quit inside a dungeon, you get sent back to the beginning of said dungeon.
And same with islands, you get sent to the start of that island. Or if you're super swimming, there are some shenanigans that you have to remember, but that's only if you're super swimming.
Alright, LPGanon is at Windfall. Maybe thinking of Forsaken Fortress now?
Perhaps. Seems to be headed in that direction.
Curving a little north?
That is because there is a big cyclone at Mother and Child that will sweep you up and spit you out somewhere random.
And of course, since we could theoretically just use Ballad of the Gales and warp around. But it's better to just take the slight detour now, and there you are, Forsaken Fortress. Our runners are going to be in 2 different dungeons. This is going to be fun to keep up with. So for now, let's focus on Trog. Inside the rat room, 2 chests inside. First one, the freebie one.
Wallet upgrade. Well, wouldn't it be funny if the male had grappling hook from that?
Oh, that would be evil.
Or better, the leaf to get the small key so
Oh.
that you can't get the warp pot.
Alright, all 4 small keys, we don't have to worry. Yet. Meantime, note as the sun has risen for LPGanon, but it's soon going to set because Forsaken Fortress likes to stay in perpetual night. There's the Picto Box. Picto Box allows us to get 1 quest taken care of inside Windfall Island.
There's the big key.
And on Ganon's side, there's is Phantom? Question mark?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, interesting fact. Across this bridge over here, there is a chest you can spawn by placing a bomb. And it's a Tingle chest, but it doesn't have a Tingle statue.
Yeah, Tingle chests are not a part of this flag set, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's just an interesting little tidbit. And also good to know because, you know, when you check your map and compass and it's like, wait, why is there a chest here? I don't see a chest. Where's the chest?
Alright, hot room chest. There's
the map.
That's the map. Let's hope we don't find the compass. In the meantime, Phantom Ganon's chest.
Why are we hoping not to get the compass?
The other wallet upgrade. Also, I had that backwards. Excuse me. So basically, if our runners go for all the chests that they can, and it ends up that they don't find either map or compass by the time they would have to take out the boss, they can skip it.
True. But remember, they're not going to be able to do the big key chest.
That is true. Right now, there are only 3 chests left that Trog can take care of.
Deluxe Picto Box. Wow. And Dinsper. Wow.
Of course, Din's Pearl inside the actual area.
Rude.
Upper Jail has a map. So, how about Lower Jail?
Ooh, Triforce Shard.
That is important. Our runners start with 5 Triforce Shards of Courage. They need to find the remaining 3 in order to get down into Hyrule to finish the game.
Yeah, just wants to make sure that, you know, he keeps his shards secure.
Well, Forsaken Fortress is certainly one place to do it. And oh boy, Moo DDR Tracker is hoping that Windfall has the grappling hook now.
Oh, Moo Moo, why?
Wind God's Aria inside Forsaken Fortress. Plenty of stuff in FF so far.
Vanilla! Actual vanilla.
Sorry, Moo. The only suffering that's going to take place here is the kind from, oh my gosh, it's vanilla. So, yeah, we can finish up, Dragoner's Cavern now.
Oh my.
Alright, so maybe Trog did have a reason to come here. Must have figured Dragoner's Cavern was going to be, much better than,
Well, I mean, to be fair, both places are equally important to finishing this game. One has a Triforce Shard, the other has the grappling hook, and unless you want to do Puppet Ganon Skip, you better get the grappling hook.
Fair point as always. So, Ganon, I believe, has 2 chests left to go for. One in the bed chest. Trog is able to finish up the rest of this, going for the rope bridge chest first.
So you have to cross... okay, that's words? Sure.
Also, compass has been found, so that means Goma will, well, we'll definitely have something that's not a map or a compass. We don't know if it'll be useful.
Oh my.
Alright, Ganon, where are you trying to go? I know this is your home, but...
Doing things the intended way, I suppose. Actually, he has to. Because coming here without grappling hook or leaf means that if you try to cross that gap without killing this guard, you, are going to get bombed down.
Ah. Right, I'm so used to our runners having Deku Leaf or grappling hook to just skip a bunch of this. Which, actually, yeah, makes sense. So now, will Ganon remember to go for that chest on the bed? Or is he just going to go straight for Helmer King?
Some players come back. It's entirely possible that's what he's doing. And Magtail's being dumb, like always. So interestingly, if you save and quit here, you will not spawn any fire keys in the dungeon. That is something about leaving that room triggers the fire keys.
Alright, compass sighting on the bed. That means Helmer King may have something good, maybe not. All this means is we are likely to see some more storage shenanigans.
Oh, always storage shenanigans.
Of course. This is Wind Waker, where walls... You know, it's...
What are walls?
Yeah.
What is this concept you speak of? I'm not familiar with this concept. Triforce Shard!
Across the lava pit. Wow, DRC also bringing in the goods. So now, everyone welcome to Whose Ocean Is It Anyway? Where everything's made up and the walls don't matter. I am your host, Wolf Carey.
Oh my. Walls are completely optional in this game. Yeah, mostly.
Alright, Trog, I believe, is warping over to Goma. Has the hook shot ready to cross the pit. We don't need the grappling hook here, though we will need the grappling hook to take out Goma.
Never thought to use that method to get across. Actually, I don't even know if that's in logic.
Okay, LPGanon did activate the soup glitch in time, I believe, but... Was a little... Oh my Gosh, all these mini blends.
You know, this room always terrified me as a casual because they look like little devils to me.
Yeah, they keep on going. Then it.
Yeah, but if you like look at their faces and see the little pitchfork in their hands, they look like well-natured devils.
Who needs to look at them? The sounds are just bad enough.
Yeah. They still creep me out.
Alright, phase 1 of Goma is taken care of. Phase 2 should be easy pickings, especially with a level 2 Master Sword. Oh, no, did I miscount?
Apparently did. One more left, I guess.
I'm just ready for this fight to be over with, I guess. It is not count. It's one of the longer cutscene-based bosses, really.
You know, I want to see an all dungeon seek, but instead of all the swords this time, I want all the bows to be in the Earth Temple, and that be the last place they can access.
Oh, Math Girl, seriously? In the meantime, Goma is down. What is the reward? We will know once the eyeball lands, dissipates. Boomerang! Ooh, that will certainly help for Forbidden Woods.
Yes, it will, although I'm sure Trog knows his way around without... quite sure.
He may be quite sure about his boomerangless skills, but trust him to pick it up. Via spin attack, no less. Oh no, the mini blends are trying to get Ganon. Okay. Oh.
I don't think they can.
Well, that one certainly made it close.
I don't think they can actually knock you off. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I've never seen it happen.
So, overworld-wise, we have access to the last chest and paw print, Pompey and Vera's item, and glitch access to Bird's Peak Rock, which I'm pretty sure Trog would prefer. But that doesn't really open up much.
Also my Neko, because you didn't mark the deluxe box on there.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm also doing my own tracking to help keep up with what's where. So most likely, Forsaken Fortress would be the next logical spot. And goodness, we already have good stuff, but no, Trog is proving me wrong. Okay, going to take care of that one item in paw print.
Oh, who knows? It could be required. Also, are we going to see any Helmrock storage? I imagine so.
Alright, so once again, this is effectively a 2 or 3 frame trick, I believe. What you have to do...
One.
Oh, just one? You basically have to somehow activate the Wind Waker while you somehow slide down and then deactivate it. Basically, when you land, you'll see Link sort of stand in place a little bit longer. Math Girl can explain this much better than I can.
Okay, so what you have to do is you have to kind of have something in front of you blocking you, and it's pretty precise to pull out the Wind Waker. And because there's something in front of you, Link will fall. And if you cancel it on the right frame, the game thinks you're both on the ground and in the air at the same frame. So it gets very confused and puts your cutscene value at -1.
And by being at -1, you can basically interact with the cutscene. And that's the key part right there. Being able to move like so.
Yep.
Notice that Ganon is inside the no longer flooded tunnel. The water despawns after you hit the Helmrock King in the face.
So something to note if you ever want to do this trick, because it's actually quite nice because it gets rid of Helmrock's RNG for the most part. Make sure you press the Wind Waker twice and then press B so that you cancel your storage. Because otherwise you're going to be stuck down here and have to climb up. And if you cancel it, you'll just get teleported to the top. Don't ask me why it works that way, it just does.
And here is that RNG removal. Because here you are on that platform, Elmrock King's just going to keep on charging at you, and all you have to do is swing that hammer 4 times. And then, once the bird gets in position, just give it a few whacks with your sword.
There is a slight danger, however, of soft-locking by doing this.
Well, I don't think we're going to encounter it on Ganon's side, unless there's a new one.
Trog's gonna do Cabana Deed Skip. He's gonna do the, chest storage thing.
Elmrock King with only 50 rupees, we don't care about that, but yeah, here's that storage in action. You can just go through the door, hook shot through the tree, and gets into the cutscene trigger.
Like I said, balls are optional.
So, normal logic requires the Cabana Deed, but without it, all we need is the grappling hook and the skull hammer.
And the shot. Well, actually, you can do it with bombs, but it's really rather annoying, that version of it. Actually, wait. I think you might actually still need the hook shot. Whatever. Yeah, I think you need hook shot.
Oh, we actually need the delivery bag in order to use the Cabana Deed? I forgot about that.
Yep.
Alright, so we have broken logic and now have access to the second chest right away, while Ganon as male, but is going to play the song of passing first.
Yeah, I think that might be the tingle thing.
There are 2 pieces of mail that are not in logic. I believe it's because you have to purchase it. Okay, 3 letters starting with Grandma, which we already have accounted for.
Delivery bag!
Which I thought we accounted for, excuse me. Because I did not see that listed here.
Wasn't that from Beetle's shop ship?
Errol had the last sword upgrade!
Errol, what are you doing with that?
Well, there's all the swords covered, folks. Alright, Ganon is depositing all the letters while Trog is going for a swim. Oh boy, Matt Girl, please.
If you don't have a strong stomach, I'd advise looking away. Or if you're prone to seizures as well.
Wait a second, I thought Grandma's letter had the mirror shield, not the delivery bag. Where did it?
I think Beetle's shop ship thing.
But Beetle's letter was the note to Mom. We confirmed the seed name.
No, that was the bombs in Beetle's shop. This is the advertising Beetle's Spire's shop.
Rock Spire is delivery bag. There we go. Okay, I knew I was missing something. Thank you for that.
You are welcome.
And it looks like Game Boy F9, one of our primary admins here, is enjoying the Super Swim.
Game Boy. So that is, if you watch it enough, you'll get used to it, but it takes quite a while to get used to seeing the back and forth motion because you are switching directions 30 times a second. Have fun.
Alright, Trog just sequence broke through Bird's Peak Rock. That's why most of our runners prefer just the grappling hook for that. So the question becomes, what is inside? In the meantime, Ganon is going through Dragon Roost Cavern. We've already covered all the important items there.
Yep. And just treasure chart.
Alright, so... a number of people have actually predicted that we would have to head back into Windfall, and well, unless Vito's mother has something for us in the mail, yeah, Windfall is the only other place for us to go.
Yeah. How do you get Vito's mom's? Oh, do you just, like, progress time?
Deliver the note to Mom, and then progress time far enough,
looks like Trog's about to get it.
Yep.
Iron boots. Interesting, but not progression at the moment. Or, wait, actually, that might have been part of Wind Temple?
Command melody is needed for any chest inside Wind Temple.
You have to get past that first room.
So, really, this is interesting. We are, in order to advance, we have to go to Windfall. On Windfall, we are going to find something. It could be the Deku Leaf to get us into the Forbidden Woods. It could be the bow, which would allow us, well, not yet, to take care of Tower of the Gods. We're still missing 2 pearls, surprisingly. I mean, we're nearly 50 minutes in, and we don't even have a second pearl yet.
What is this insanity?
For both Earth and Wind Temple, we need the command melody. So really, we are looking for either Deku Leaf or command melody in order to progress.
Could always be vanilla. At least the command melody can be.
But in order for that to happen, that means we have to find Nehru's Pearl and Feyrora's Pearl.
Yep. Also, Momoji, it's very difficult to super swim in SD. Try it on HD. It's a lot easier. A bit more difficult to control, though.
Alright. Trog is going to take care of 2 rewards in 1. I believe all the appropriate letters were taken care of. So one can get a second reward from Maggie by giving the Moblin's letter. At least I believe it's the Moblin's letter.
Yep.
While the second reward comes from visiting that postman after you deal with Maggie's letter. Maggie's reward?
Nehru's Pearl.
Well, that's 2 out of 3 for Tower of the Gods.
Yep.
But that by itself is not enough for progression. Not Nehru's Pearl by itself. We need Feyrora's Pearl.
Nice.
So...
Trog.
What is Trog? Trog wants to really...
He's like, what is sequence? I don't know what this concept is.
I think he got forced back into sequence, already spewing out rage spin attacks.
He's like, that's not gonna stop me.
So, Feyrora's Pearl, Deku Leaf, command melody. One of those 3 has to be on Windfall. Either that or something that leads to it.
Or 2 bows. To get to the fire and ice mountain areas.
As well as a Creeb for the windmill, yeah. Or the lighthouse, technically. One of the 2. Mumu DDR Tracker is hoping that we encounter Feyrora's Pearl on the postman at the cafe bar.
Wait, why wouldn't we?
Mumu wants to see Tower of the Gods. Simple as that.
Oh, I misunderstood. Never mind. Ignore me.
Alright.
I don't think. Well, it's easier to get to the postman because these idiots in the bar won't move out of the way. They just stand there and make it almost impossible to climb the stairs.
Alright, what does the postman have? You want it, you got it! Tower of the Gods is at least an enter, but not a full go.
Thank you, Shades.
Seriously, Shades? There's a name I haven't heard from in a while.
Your king just is loud.
Fair point, I'll work on it.
Hello, what for CFG? Another person in the tournament who is very good at this game, and I look forward to seeing his match. I think that's tomorrow, right?
I believe so, but I cannot pull it up right now. And Minenko had the final shard.
Oh my goodness.
This means we have to enter Tower of the Gods unless a recent letter, which is available from Kamali's father, has something else. But, well, there's the Cabana Tea. We don't need it. Alright, so at least we now have logical access. But yeah. Oh gosh, I just realized. We can go into Hyrule Castle now.
Yep. Also, well, there's nothing in Hyrule Castle.
The maze.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Also, Momo Didi, that is Creeb on the stairs. Or, Creeb. The guy on the windmill is Creeb. The guy on the stairs is Camo.
Alright. I have everything updated right now. We are missing... We just need all 3 bows.
Mm-hmm. And they're all gonna be an Earth Temple. Because, you know, I rolled the seed.
No, they're going to be in Wind Temple because Mumu Didi doesn't want to encounter Wind Temple.
Also, hello, Hypesust.
Alright, Tower of the Gods. Unless we get lucky with keys and bow, we don't have access to many chests here. And...
You know, this is just horrible, though, because you're right about the access to... how often is it you see access to the maze chest without ability to complete the game?
Oh, boy. Skull chest!
French vanilla bow.
There's the first. But now we can at least clear out a bit more. And for those that are new and confused as to what's going on, welcome. This is Wind Waker Randomizer. This is a tournament match. Oh, Hurricane Spin. Nice. This is a tournament match between Trog and Ganon. This tournament is being co-hosted by Randomania and the Game Racing Channel. I am Wolfman2000, and I am joined by Math Girl on the mic.
Hello.
And if you haven't already, please follow our runners, because they are certainly giving us an interesting show here tonight.
And follow my co-commentator, Wolfman, and our tracker, Mumudidi.
Don't forget Math Girl.
Wolfman also doing nerdy streams for us.
Alright, Trump going for the vanilla strategy of making sure the statue is placed.
I'm surprised oh, no leaf.
Right, in order to do first floor skip, yeah. Though according to Woofer, there is a way to do it without the leaf.
In the beef, yes I am, and how Woofer?
Well, apparently Mumudidi knows of this as well. We have things to learn.
Really? I will have to ask Trog after.
Alright. Trog still has 2 chests available on the first floor. And LPGanon was hoping for a leap of faith, but unfortunately, faith did not guide, and yeah. Let's just say lava is a very nasty deterrent to faith, I guess. Oh! That's a leg buster!
And somehow Link gets away with that, with just like a quarter or half a heart of damage. Like, I don't understand how that concept works. Like, you jump from like at least 7 or 8 stories up, and you only get quarter heart of damage.
I don't get it either. Alright, Trog going for the first chest that's typically accessible in logic, assuming the bomb can be thrown correctly.
Oh boy.
Just place it there. Alright, Ganon now is 1 shard away. And that's all the small keys.
So does Trog have all 8 Triforce shards?
I do not believe so. The shard...
The other...
Remember, Forsaken Fortress has a shard as well.
Right. Does LPGanon have them all?
No, LPGanon has to get the deluxe Picto box from Dragon Roost Cavern and then take the picture of Minenko.
Good boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is where your Triforce shards are.
So yeah, we have everything except the 2 remaining bow upgrades. And it's not even an hour in.
No. There's still that potential for vanilla light arrows.
I know. And if that actually happens on this one, you are going to be... I don't know if it's going to be very happy or very upset that no one is going to let you roll a seed again.
Not very often where you get the ability to do so.
But we have that ability right here. The question is, will it actually happen?
Now, of course, it's possible that they go down and get that before, you know, they get the fire and ice arrows, which means it'll be the fire and ice arrows, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. Close enough.
Okay, so...
Oh, he's doing a little manual silver swim for all our viewers.
Also, Mumu Didi helped explain it. Instead of using the Deku Leaf, you just use jump slashes. And yes, Rainbow Poogle, all 3 bow items are progressive. So you have to find all 3 locations in any order in order to get your light arrows. Oh!
What happened?
I thought Ganon clipped through the platform somehow? He was on it previously. Ow.
Ow.
Oh!
Okay, there he just jumped off.
Alright, unfortunately, first floor, besides having the bow, did not have much. Alright, so to help clarify for those that have joined the stream late, in Wind Waker Randomizer, you start with a number of items offhand. So you do start with 1 sword and 1 shield. You can upgrade to the Mirror Shield, and the 3 Master Sword locations are progressive. Oh, shield isn't progressive? Could have sworn it.
Well, I mean, is it really progressive, though, when you only have 2 in the entire game and one of them's given to you?
Fair point. So, as far as what else is progressive, the Picto Box is progressive.
The quivers and bomb bag upgrades are progressive. Wallet upgrades. Swords, shields, and bows are progressive. Technically, as are, like, the arrow. It's a mess. Strangely, there are apparently no models of any of the Master Swords, so that is, I think, the explanation LEGO gave of why there is no progressive sword-looking thing when you pick up the Master Sword.
Okay, Woofer is clarifying if you don't start with the shield, then you could get the mirror shield first.
Really?
Okay, so it hasn't actually been made progressive yet, but theoretically it should be, I guess. Alright, Armos Night Room for Trog. So, I'm paying close attention to the item paths right now. We technically did get everything from the Private Oasis. There are 3 chests left. Every other chest, including this one, is guarded by the command melody. Alright, Forsaken Fortress is Forbidden Woods, excuse me, is a possible go. However, it could very well be that Forbidden Woods leads to nothing and that this is a red herring.
Yeah, that leaves still nothing to have.
Oh, I completely agree.
Especially when you almost fall off of the upper parts of Ganon Tower and just catch yourself on the next platform down.
Alright, Ganon is about to take on Goma, while Trog is trying to take care of a statue. So regarding the flag set for this tournament while we wait for the stone tablet to be taken care of, progressive items can be located in either dungeons, puzzle secret caves, short side quests, some free gifts you may find, and the postal service. We are still looking for that one seed where all 3 of one progressive item is located through the postal service. Haven't had that happen yet. We do start with 5 pieces of the Triforce, which can potentially allow for fast matches, like what we're seeing right here. Alright, Stone Tablet provides.
Tower of the Gods, big key.
Well, we're gonna have to run into that at some point, so may as well knock it out there. However, we only have access to 1 more chest without the command melody, and that's the Dark Nut Room.
I'm sure that's not gonna stop Trog.
Well, I'm talking by logic.
Yep.
Oh, what? Unexpected cursed bubble boost to get there.
At least it's the red type here. Blue ones are horrible because they keep you from using items.
Does that include your sword?
I don't think sword does anything to him at best. Might even prevent it.
Alright, Trog is trying to hop across. Nicely done.
Yep.
Alright, I believe it's now time to face off against that Dark Nut. Alright, Ganon with the boomerang, and Trog with combat.
This is gonna be fairly quick with the fully charged Master Sword.
Yep, armor's already gone. And down it goes. So here's the question. Do we get the command melody? That is the last unofficial piece of progression we need in order to access Earth and Wind Temple.
Oh, wow. French vanilla command melody.
As you said earlier, burn the witch. Or in this case, burn the warlord. So let's finish up Tower of the Gods, as we now have access to almost everything. For the Earth Temple by logic, we are still looking for some elemental arrows.
Yep.
Alright, LPGanon is the first to complete the entire Triforce of Courage.
This is... This is something else, and we still haven't seen the chest in Ganon's tower.
At this rate, we may not even get to see it.
Yes, of course it's required.
But considering... considering how this seed has progressed so far, who is going to head over there?
True. I would, just for the memes.
I don't expect our runners to do that, though. Trog is going to finish up Tower of the Gods. Second Armos Knight room contains...
Compass.
I did not notice if we got the map from Tower of the Gods yet.
Not sure.
If Trog chooses to leave a particular boss at the end of this alone, then we're not going to have to worry about it. Floating platforms room. Oh! We will. We are going to end up encountering the boss at the end of the Tower of the Gods. Oh, by all means, anyone that wishes to give this randomizer a shot, we have links available in chat, and we also have access to the challenge page, along with the Game Racing channel, who is co-hosting this tournament with us. So now, Floating Platforms room didn't really have anything of worth. 2 chests left.
And then we've got, well, Olive Wind, Olive Woods, piece of mail.
Well, the piece of mail in question, that's from Orca, which we need to defeat Forbidden Woods first.
Yep, and with the right key layout, we could potentially have another piece of mail in most of Jahala, or most Earth Temple.
Yeah, I do think by logic it's just fire arrows needed. Fire and ice, yes.
Yeah, because to get to the one side, you have to burn the thing.
That is correct. And... wait, LPGanon already took care of that picture. Yeah, I was surprised to see the photographer there already. Actually, where is Ganon going? Is he accidentally forgetting where... oh hey, it's everyone's favorite game that we're not going to see, Sploosh Kaboom!
Yep.
For the record, mini games are a different flag. Any location that is not explicitly checked will still have items, but they will not have progression items on them.
Which, interestingly, was one of the last updates it now changes depending on what flags you have set, what is considered progression.
I am curious about that. Can you give an example?
Well, like for these flags, since you don't do spoils trading, the spoils bag is not a progressive item.
That is a fair point. Likewise, these chests that LPGanon is skipping, they are part of, I believe, the miscellaneous group, so they don't get picked up, typically. Not unless you're hoping for a lucky heart container.
We were hoping to have miscellaneous in the flag set, but just too much sailing around caused too much time. Maybe another day. It's very fun to play with miscellaneous because there's all kinds of little stuff you never know about till.
Ooh, Trog got very lucky, had just enough magic to leaf pump all the way to the piece of heart.
Well, at least he knows there. Trog.
Trog? You got both the compass and the map, I believe, unless I miscalculated.
Trog, what do you think you're doing?
Did we see the map on LPGanon's side instead? Because Trog is not going for the boss. And it's a little late for me to double check on the replay, so... Oh, according to Mumu Didi, the map wasn't found? Did I see the map on LPGanon's side when I was accidentally looking at, focusing on Trog's side?
I don't.
Well, if that's the case, I get to put my list away.
It's very difficult to track.
Alright, Trog is now going for the Forbidden Woods. We can tell because of this big tornado going around a big stumpy post.
And gets the skip. I don't even know if this thing has a name. There's the full Triforce for LPGanon. You might, see a, Hyrule check.
We don't know yet. But in the meantime, Trog is in the Forbidden Woods. 15 items to be found here. Oh, Mumu Didi has confirmed we may have to go back to Tower of the Gods.
I wonder why he left. Miscounted?
Either miscounted or didn't want to deal with that boss.
Well, let's hope that, doesn't have a set of arrows or he's gonna be hurting.
Okay, Trog just got the first 2 items from Forbidden Woods. And in this case, okay, according to Precipois, Trog just has this rando sense about what may be there and what may not be, but it could betray him. Sometimes you have to follow the breadcrumbs of the seed, but in this case, I don't think the breadcrumbs are necessarily taking us anywhere. I mean, technically we got both the Deku Leaf and the Command Melody inside Tower of the Gods, so that gives us access to practically everything. Alright, we've climbed to the top.
For a bottle.
Well, there's the 4th one. So, what will the next one be? According to most people, if they were to try to full clear this place, they're probably going to go for that hole in the tree. Right where Trog is, just about. Curve around.
What a meme.
That's actually the first seed I think I've seen where the magic armor is picked up. Why don't you explain what that does?
Well, it prevents you from taking damage, but it slowly drains your magic, I believe, in this version.
I think in Twilight Princess it would have drained your money instead.
That's what it does in HD as well, but only when you get hit.
Alright, LPGanon going for the cabana chests, but we know that there's nothing in there. Oh! Oh! Mistimed the platform, and Trog is able to save it.
Oh my.
So now Trog is inside the morph pit. Never understood why these spiky things are called morphs, but oh boy! Elemental arrows have been found! We just need to find one more batch. With the elemental arrows, every location is accessible. So, in this case, that is, well, effectively 45 or 46 left, maybe 44 once we take out the vine maze. Vine maze has nothing. So Rainbow Poogle is asking a fair question while Trog is getting back into position. A number of runners like to... Basically, they like to skip anything that involves the bait bag. So in this flag set, that means Bird's Peak Rock is not going to ever use the grappling hook. Is never going to use the bait bag. Instead, it'll use the grappling hook by many runners. Some choose to use super swimming in order to get to certain islands quicker. And there are some... leaf bumping is a common trick. But I'm trying to remember there are many different glitches available in this game, and I could not even attempt to explain them all to you.
Storage is definitely a fun one.
I don't know if you were heard on that, but in case you weren't, Math Girl said that storage was a fun one. Trog had an excellent boomerang throw for the small key, so that at least opens up every other location immediately, with the exception of Randomizer, but the big key will be found before too long.
I fear the day when Lego decides that since the small key isn't needed for the boss, then it shouldn't be in logic. It should be in logic that the boss can have the small key. That'll be painful.
Red flower with the map. Uh-oh. Haven't seen a compass yet.
Trog, please.
That's Trog for you. Any chance he gets to clip? He does.
It's like, what wall?
And yes, there are multiple types of storage tricks, Rainbow Poogle. I could not even attempt to explain them all.
What?
That was a vanilla big key.
That's not what I was wanting. He just appeared to, like, pop through the gate. Oh, did he use the hook shot? I just thought he, like, walked through. Like, I looked...
No, it was a hook shot.
Okay.
Alright, Trog is now going to take care of the 3 chests close to Mothula, and then we'll head towards the double Mothula room, and then Calidemos. At least if I understand Trog's routing at this point. That down there is a Mothula. Doesn't look like the one from Link to the Past, right? Well, the Mothula mini-boss room actually is closer to that.
But not nearly as annoying.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about triple rings of doom, you don't have to worry about a conveyor belt.
And one fire arrow or ice arrow will take him down in one hit.
Yep.
Which of course you're not supposed to have at this point. We're just ignoring that little fact.
LPGanon is now in Tower of the Gods. No, that is correct, Rainbow Poogle. There are no progression items at the treasure chart locations in this flag set. So that Triforce chart? Pointless. We don't have to dig it up, we don't even have to pay for it. Because who wants to pay Tingle?
Not I.
So here is where Mothula hangs out in Wind Waker. And there goes Mothula.
I prefer fire arrow because it's so much cooler. Okay, boss has an item.
The question is, will it be a good item? And yes, Rainbow Poogle, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Hopefully we have the answers, but if we don't, I am sure plenty of people in chat do. Also, P-Lifer, regrettably, Tingle has 2 items that we have immediate access to upon starting off and going to Windfall, so... yeah, the runners like to see Tingle, but only for that purpose. Ooh, 2 Triforce charts in 1 dungeon. That's not a common sighting.
Indeed not.
Okay, P-Lifer, fair point. This is the double Mothula room. 1 chest here, and then just go outside of this room and through 1 more. There is your boss.
Which, funny enough, you just get chest storage from that, from one of the chests and one.
3 of them! 3 Triforce charts in this dungeon.
Oh, wow. You know, you gotta keep in mind that we really don't have anything left for progression except for a bow upgrade.
That is true. So once Calidemos is taken out...
I should have the bow. Or light arrows. I really want to know though.
I know you do. That doesn't mean we're gonna get it.
So something not a lot of people know, if you pour forced water on Calidemos when he's on the ground, it's an insta-kill.
We actually saw that happen during the tournament.
I think that would, or no, that wouldn't have been in the tournament.
Nope, that was a different match. I know I commentated on it with Potato Mac. And unfortunately, Calidemos only has a joy pendant. We are not shouting joy like we would in Link's Awakening here, but...
still get a piece of mail for it.
that is correct. We can get Orca's letter by completing Forbidden Woods. As far as what else we can access right now, we have 4 overworld locations. We can finally take care of the windmill slash lighthouse, on Windfall. We can go to Needle Rock Isle to gain access to that cavern. We can go to Fire Mountain and use the ice arrows, or we can go to Ice Ring Isle and use the fire arrows. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, I think so. Oh boy. Alright, let's see what's in the mail. Orca, what do you have for us? Just a treasure chart.
We are not bringing you night crests in for that. Alright, so... Forbidden Woods did have the elemental arrows, so that's a required dungeon. And Mumudidi, I don't believe that Trog has finished the Forsaken Fortress in order to get the final sword from Errol's letter.
Yeah, and the last Triforce shard is there as well. Ew, this is not looking very good for Trog, is it?
A number of runners have different theories about whether it's better to take care of dungeons before Overworld or Overworld before dungeons. There is a chart out there that Woofer ZFG has provided that explains certain probabilities, but Trog apparently feels like the Overworld is the best place to go.
You know, I honestly agree with that thought because it's like, yes, there's less item density, but at the same time, you're gonna feel really horrible if you end up full clearing Earth Temple and Wind Temple only to find, say, the Light Arrows in Ice Ring Isle.
Nope, just a treasure chart. You were hoping for it, weren't you?
No, I'm still hoping for vanilla.
Okay.
Although that would have been amusing.
And yes, Rainbow Google, you normally get the hook shot in Wind Temple. So having it this early, yeah, the game developers didn't really account for that.
I mean, why would they? They actually made it quite impossible to get that thing without, you know, doing things in a proper order. Because you can't, no matter how much you glitch around, I don't think you can make it past the first few rooms of Wind Temple without Makar, which requires you to beat Earth Temple, which requires a bunch of flags.
And oh, Trog knew that there were arrows in this shop, but in this case, the first item had them. Either that or that was the Rockspire ship.
I think different beetles have different items. This beetle might not have the item for bait bag.
Ah, okay. Alright, Trog is probably going to take care of that windmill now. Already has it spinning, now just has to light it up.
Oh my goodness.
Trog,
please. Honestly. Some of the stuff he's doing and why, Trog?
Trog is just showing us how unique this game is.
Like, yeah, I don't need no walls.
Trying to not need the opening either.
And he did not need it.
Alright, Creeb, what do you got for us? It's not in that chest. That is, I guess, a miscellaneous chest?
So.
Never understood why, but...
Because it's... Miscellaneous is basically whatever doesn't fit in another category.
Alright, second Joy Pendant from a reward, but not what we're looking for.
Trog, he's gonna do a super swim again. Or not. I guess that's a no. Okay, Trog, thanks for proving me a liar.
No, he's going for chest storage. So as far as what is not allowed, if we ever find an SD version of Barrier Skip, that is not allowed.
But you have a much greater prize than winning this tournament waiting for you.
Exactly. However, the only other explicit thing not allowed, there is a glitch where you can apparently transfer items from one file save to another. That's not allowed.
Apparently it's somewhat different in SD where it doesn't actually help, but I don't know exactly how it works, but as broken as it is in HD, I said nope.
And oh, is Trog heading to Forsaken Fortress now?
Kind of hard to see, but I think so. Yeah, it looks like it.
He wants to take care of Helmarok King early.
Did LPGanon ever get the chest on the bed?
All chests were gotten by LPGanon. I believe that was the compass.
Alright, good to know.
Yeah, because I took the chests in the order in which LPGanon had them, and everything had something of significance with the exception of, ironically, the Helmarok King.
Ah.
Because this game is funny at times. That's the joys of the randomizer, folks. You can easily have a different story every time. That's why Trog went for chest storage. It makes sense. Walls, what are they?
Trog, come on, man.
So with that, Trog is already inside Forsaken Fortress and is right now climbing up to the top. Because, again, it's,
He's gonna clip inside. Yeah. He's...
And inside he goes! Trog is going to do this dungeon backwards!
And I imagine he's gonna get storage because since he entered that loading zone, storage goes away. Any sort of reload causes storage to be removed.
Alright, LPGanon going through the first statue escort room.
I'm surprised he doesn't know about Jack Cliff or whatever it's called.
The one where you somehow have the statue underneath the glass and you can somehow crouch down and pick it up through.
Yeah, I remember back when I first got into speedrunning this game, people were like, well, there's no really RTA viable way to skip that because the only way you can is takes longer unless you do it perfectly.
And then, of course, you and the other glitch hunters found it.
Actually, no, it was a little kid. This guy on YouTube had a little brother. And this little brother just one day did that. And the big brother was like, well, let's post this to YouTube. And then went to our Discord and was like, hey, is this discovered yet?
Hopefully they got a decent bounty for it.
Unfortunately, bounties are not really given in Wind Waker. Even the barrier skip bounty wasn't given out when your time got the inputs, but whatever.
Alright, Trog is waiting for Helmarok. Oh, there he is! That's not the normal position, that's the normal position. Trog, smash!
So, no, burn to tears. There's a lot of non-speedrunners.
Yeah, I'm not a speedrunner either, but then again, I'm not even participating in this tournament, so I don't know if I count on this.
Do glitch hunters count? I'm more of a glitch hunter than a speedrunner.
I don't know if glitch hunters and speedrunners are in the same category, but you certainly have a lot of knowledge about the game, much more than me, which, honestly, I appreciate. Alright, Trog has taken out the Helmarok King. Will he stick around?
Yes, he will. And LPGanon gets Mahop first try.
And skipping Phantom Ganon, not realizing, I mean, we know, he doesn't. All he's missing is a wallet upgrade. He already has the first wallet. The second wallet does nothing for us here.
Well, wait, what's it got? Hold on. Yeah.
So this was the Wind God's Aria. Phantom Ganon had the wallet, the jail chests had the map on the upper floor and the shard on the lower. The bed had the compass, and Helmarock King had Buckus.
What did Errol have? Wait.
Errol had the sword.
So Helmrock was required.
Oh, well, technically Helmarock was Buckus. The reward post Helmarock, though, is worth it. So, Burn to Tears is asking why super swimming is used. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And uh-oh, the Wind Temple chants have started. Some want to see Wind Temple because it has excellent boss music.
I want to see Vanilla still.
Some want to avoid it because it's not the best dungeon to go through. And we still have one commentator here that wants to see those light arrows in its vanilla location inside Ganon's castle.
Of course, I think I'll be banned from ever rolling a seed again if that happens, but it'd be so worth it.
And as Trog completes the Triforce of Courage, well, for those that are worried about Makar not appearing if we don't end up going to Wind Temple, don't worry, Makar's above Trog. He is our volume indicator for this tournament.
It's a cute little indicator, really. Very creative on, who creates this? Captain Uhu?
Yeah, I believe so. Oh boy, Mumu Didi is concerned about that seed you rolled last time involving the 3 swords in Earth Temple.
Sorry, Mumu Didi.
And, okay, Rainbow Google, just so it's clear, I do know the name of the boss in the Tower of the Gods. And, Hyxos, thank you for posting it. It's just, honestly, when you encounter the same boss template, they all kind of blend together. LPGanon may show us what I'm talking about. And Crazy Qua is... sorry.
Wait, was Prespois in that? Oh yeah, he was against Jim, right?
I believe so, yeah.
That was painful to watch.
It was interesting, nonetheless. Trog has now finished up Forsaken Fortress. Ganon trying to climb up the scale room keeps making it a little difficult. There we go.
Mumu, who is your opponent? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, LPGanon was.
Ah.
So let's at least talk about how this is going to end up working here. So, the winner of this match, trogww versus LPGanon, is going to end up facing off against the winner of Seafrag versus Samurai Man. The non-victor is going to end up going against Tommy J. Rabbit. And on Saturday, Mumu Didi, our tracker, is going to go up against Windrunner in the hopes of surviving beneath the waves, effectively. Well, maybe we should just call the double elimination part that. Above the waves or beneath the waves.
Does seem fitting.
Alright, I'll try to stick with that then. So, the winner of this match will stay above the waves. Meantime, Trog is now in Fire Mountain, hoping to not need to go into a dungeon again. Oh boy.
No, Moo, it won't require Wind Temple, it'll require the Vanilla Light Arrow.
I don't know if that's gonna be any better. Let's at least... Oh, okay. Well, at least we know what Mumu Didi wants. Windrunner, if you are still in, what are you hoping to avoid? Meantime, okay, Trug has recovered and is now into Fire Mount. Oh, come on! Trigger the hitbox and immediately float above it. Sure. Just 2 Magtails to take care of. In this case, parry attacks work well because you don't have to worry about hitting switches.
Also, I feel really bad for Moo Didi versus Windrunner because whoever wins that match is going to face the loser of Legend of Zelda Elf and Link is 7.
And Quiver upgrade inside Fire Mountain.
Close, but not close enough.
There's 1 overworld location left. Needle Rock.
Ooh, that ugly little... Oh, we are getting a super swim. Big stomachs or seizure prone. Look away, please.
Trug may be heading over to Needle Rock through super swimming. Maybe.
Oh my, they're right. Godin still can have the light arrows.
That is correct. Let's see if LPGanon sticks around. He is! And Trog is in Wind Temple! Oh boy!
Who needs those iron boots anyway?
Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Wind Temple, 13 chests. And we'll do what we can to keep up with everything here. But in the meantime, LPGanon is going to encounter the boss of the Tower of the Gods. And in this case, for those that are wondering, ladies, gentlemen, and those with other titles, here's Mazal! I hope those of you who have played the Minish Cap appreciate that reference.
I have no idea what that's referring to, but sure.
That's what I would... Mazal is the boss of the 3rd dungeon in Minish Cap.
Ah.
In a similar design as Godan. Really, Godan in 2D, except you have to go inside the hands to finish it.
Ugh.
It's an interesting gimmick.
Also, LPGanon apparently doesn't know about the fire and ice arrow trick unless he doesn't have fire and ice arrows. I can't tell.
Does not. You have to go to Forbidden Woods for that.
Oh boy. So, unless Godin has something good, I think LPGanon is pretty far behind.
We're about to find out.
And by something good, it would have to be the light arrows. Or in his case, fire and ice. But we will find out shortly.
And with that, iRock is down! Super Mario 64. Maybe I'm having a little too much fun with these boss names. Okay, I think my commentary partner is telling me to ease up on the boss name, so I better stop. Godan is defeated. The reward that will come out of the nose.
What is that?
Treasure chart. Gesundheit.
Useless. I think that's actually a special chart.
It's not the ghost ship chart, I know that.
No, but special charts are denoted in red except for the ghost ship chart. Oh, we're getting a vanilla light arrows check! Oh!
Oh boy! You actually wanted this.
No!
But you're not getting it!
Why?
I think Ganon accidentally went in there in the end. Probably forgot that he had the full Triforce. Was just hoping to dash out. Oh, okay. Priesty Paw is saying that he had to go in that way because of how the loading works.
Alright.
Alright, not a gamble, folks. Just semi-unfortunate routing.
It's a thing.
Alright. Left alcove.
No!
Sorry, Math Girl. It's not happening. Light arrows inside.
Trog, what are you doing?
Needs the sword! Trog isn't done yet! He has to pick up the, arrow's letter.
Oh, no, did he not? Wait, he
beat it, but hasn't gotten the letter yet! The Postal Service has his victory!
I think he's still got it pretty decently done, LPGanon.
But the question is, here's the thing, the longer Trog is in, the more time LPGanon has to catch up.
This is true, it's pretty early in Wind Temple.
That is true as well. Remember, LPGanon needs to enter Wind Temple and the Forbidden Woods.
This is true, we're in Forbidden Woods with the... Actually, I guess it doesn't matter because he's going to complete one or the other.
That is true. And I think I just saw the map on Trog's side.
Doesn't really matter at this point.
Alright. And okay, thank you for confirming. We did see the map, so... If we see a compass before the end, then that means Trog is going to encounter Mulgera.
Well?
There's the compass, right there! And a rage slash to go with it. Oh, Trog is not going to be happy. If he ends up diving into Earth Temple as well...
Please, no. Trog, check the mail. Be a good boy and do your chores.
LPGanon is heading to the Forbidden Woods.
Well, remember, he's gonna full clear this.
That is true. Unless LPGanon has some sort of sixth sense and knows to leave and head immediately to Wind Temple, then... Yeah, I mean, Trog still has a bit of a lead, but we don't know how much of it. So this is going to come down to... Oh boy, and yes, Burn to Tears, Trog did get light arrows in the Wind Temple.
But did not check his mail like a good boy and doing his chores of going and getting the mail every day.
Technically, I don't do that every day. I do that every week.
Oh boy.
And this is why I will never be the hero of Hyrule.
Let's just hope he checks the mail after Wind Temple. Or that blade is going to very quickly evaporate.
We are going to find out. Alright, Trog is taking on the Wizrobe room right now. I didn't see him go for the spike wall room yet, so... Alright, enemy spawned in Wizrobe and Darknut. I think it always does that, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
Wizrobe's down, Darknut, easy peasy. Oh, Moo Dee evil!
What?
Moo Dee is joking about auto-deleting mail in Wind Waker.
That's horrible, Moo.
Alright, LPGanon is showing efficiency through Forbidden Woods. As far as where those elemental arrows are, I believe they were at the Morph Pit.
Okay, then. This works. Oh,
This is an interesting setup that Trog has, and it's kind of consistent, too. Oh, I'm going for the bomb damage.
I think you have to in order to. I think he failed.
Too soon. Yeah, that bomb is still about to explode. Nope. Every crack that you make... Wait, he's trying to get caught, I think.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Ooh, that's it. I did not need to look that close into a choo-choo. I am going to be scarred for days.
I missed whatever you saw.
Don't worry about it. Alright, Trog is now going to just clip up through the spikes.
Because walls, optional things.
Ah, there's the first heart container. Alright, Trog, I think, is heading to the top chest.
You know, I never noticed the little windmills on the towers.
Kind of a nice detail. There is the other small key, just 2 in Wind Temple. Trog has all the keys. And now the 7 Armos room.
This room is horrible. I'll have to ask him later why he's and yet is doing this.
Well, we know why Trog is doing this. Never checked the mail. So the bigger question is, why didn't he check the mail?
True, but like he skipped Godan to save time presumably, and yet he's doing this, which takes... It is annoying as heck. I guess it's not nearly as long as a boss though, but still.
Alright, for those...
There's the elemental arrows for LPGanon.
Yep, so for those that are wondering where all the progressive bows are, One was in Tower of the Gods. That is the first one that our runners are likely to pick up. Second was in the Forbidden Woods. I almost said Forsaken Woods there. Third was in Wind Temple. And yes, Virtue, it is kind of hilarious how Trog's victory is held by the Postal Service. Trog? Trog!
What?
Never mind. Just Trog, doing his thing. Alright, basement room. And this one is kind of notorious.
Yeah, you always want to make sure you watch the enemies die in this one. Really? Game.
I had missed that. Whose side?
Frog's side, it just like the bomb exploded but didn't explode the Stalfos.
Gotcha. Sorry, I had missed that. I was trying to focus on Ganon's side there. Alright, LPGanon. Double Mothula room. Went for that chest first. Not sure I follow the order that he's going for this, but regardless, he needs to get out of there. Trog with the submarine shard.
I mean, to be fair, Trog also needs to get out of his dungeon.
Yeah, well, in this case, Trog is going to get out through Mulgara.
And going to feel really silly when he finds the last sword in the mail. Ooh.
Now, for those that have played this game vanilla, you would normally need Makar here in order to get through beyond the song tablet. But, as we've been saying throughout this entire match, walls. What walls? Just sidle on through behind the crack, and there you go. And now, enjoy the music. Okay, that's enough. Oh, come on, Virtue. I mean, yes, Medley may be the better character, but...
Medley has bird brains.
Technically true. Makar has the better boss theme for the temple, though.
Then again, Makar's annoying.
Has to balance out somehow. Alright, hopefully one or two more cycles.
Nice air snipes, by the way.
And LPGanon is attempting a clip.
And gets it.
Uh-oh, Math Girl Burnt to Tears does not like your opinion of Makar.
What he is.
I'll let you two handle it while, Trog gets a golden feather.
And this is like, well, let's see what's in the mail, hopefully, before going to Chihala.
Trog can head to either Tower of the Gods to take out Godan, go to Earth Temple, or check the mail. Or maybe check the Dark Maze chest. I'm not expecting that, though.
He can't. You need the sword to break the barrier.
Right. And there is no SD barrier skip yet.
And even if there was,
Oh,
preemptively banned.
And chat wants Trog to skip the mail.
Why?
Apparently, LPGanon is the underdog on this one, or the crowd's favorite. Warping to Greatfish? Greatfish, excuse me. I mean...
what are you doing? Oh,
Needle Rock!
Of course. I think there's a mailbox set Needle Rock.
If there is, then we may be seeing Go Mode.
Pretty sure there's one there. Hopefully he checks.
Well, hopefully for Trog's sake, he checks.
Also, to be fair, I would not consider either of these players an underdog. They're both very high-end runners.
That is true. Alright, there is a mailbox. It is shaking. Question is, does Trog realize it?
Do it. He's doing it.
2 letters, skipping tingles.
And there's this.
That's Errol's letter. There we go. 2 hours, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Trog has officially entered Go Mode. Didn't even need to check what was in Needle Rock.
Alright. This is a pretty quick seed, all things considered.
I agree, and I like it. We have 2 excellent runners that are making the best choices that they have available to them. And right now, Trog just so happens to have gotten what he needed first.
Question is, where does LPGanon go after this? Does he go Earth Temple or does he go Wind Temple?
If LPGanon goes Earth, then it's just a huge time waste. Earth Temple was not required at all. Also, watch for falling glass!
One of the unfortunate things about Randomizer is when those 50-50 gambles come up, because it's 13 items versus 15, which is, it's just 50.
It is effectively 50-50, yeah. So everyone, welcome to the land of Hyrule, where it has just become one long hallway over to a nearby Ganon's castle. Hyrule certainly changed a lot since Days of Ocarina of Time.
So it's 8 versus 9.
Oh!
8 items in Wind Temple versus 9 in Earth Temple, by my calculations. Taking into account the keys and map and compass and stuff.
That's about right, yes. And okay, you know what, Virtue, we'll go with that. Ganon chose to make his castle in Death Mountain, just like the original NES Zelda game. In the meantime, LPGanon is on Kalidamos.
I'm doing this.
The male in this case, give me a second here. No, that's...
I think it's Fido's mother. No, Fido.
It was Kamali's father, I thought. No, yeah, it's Kamali's father, right? No, it wasn't Kamali's father. Yes, it was, because Feror's Pearl came after this.
Yeah.
Kamali's father had the... No, it couldn't have... That, we already encountered Kamali's father's letter. That's the vanity. Question is, was there another one?
No, there's only one thing.
Oh, it was Orca's letter that came. That was it. And Orca didn't have anything before. You get Orca's letter after finishing Forbidden Woods. That was what I had mistaken. But while we figure out how the Postal Service works, you know, Trog is on the final stairway.
Ah, yes, the Grand Staircase. I wonder if we'll ever see Grand Staircase skip from him. Probably not.
I'd like to see a backwards long jump up the staircase. Wait, wrong game.
Just watch items sliding in HD and you'll see it play.
I can just hear the tune now. And it just keeps repeating. There's another Mario 64 reference for you, folks. But enough about that. It's time to take on the Wind Waker final bosses.
Up again. Wow. Night.
Immediate snipe. Technically, the boomerang is required by logic in order to take out Puppet Ganon.
Nice. Second snipe. And you get 3. No.
Not 3 in a row. And the arms block the 4th. And LPGanon is heading back into Hyrule?
Check the maze chest.
In this case, LPGanon is checking the maze chest. We're actually going to see this.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll take it.
And in the meantime, we are about to have a spider pig.
Spider pig. Spider pig. Doggy's checking spider pig. What's he got? Lots of bacon. Not useful, but gonna check it anyway.
I think you're combining your songs here.
I had to make it work somehow.
Well, I'll give you an idea here. So, well, actually, it's technically too late because
Well, let's do it for Snaky Pig.
For Moldorm?
Snaky Pig.
Fine. Snaky pig, gonna take ya, Snaky Pig. This big snake is full of bacon, and it is all for Truck to take. And look out! Here is the Snaky Pig. Something like that.
That was actually pretty good.
But down goes Moldorm, the Sneaky Pig. And as our runners, or at least as Trog is going to go up the climb of reflection, and LPGanon is going to actually go into the dark maze chest, unless, yeah, he doesn't have the light arrows. Please give our runners a follow, as well as our tracker, Moo Didi, and my commentary partner, MathGirl718.
My co-commentator's better than I am at this stuff. Give him the follow.
But you have more of the Wind Waker knowledge, so... Alright, Trog. I think I know what setup you're going for. Please be careful.
This always makes me uneasy.
Alright, LPGanon is going through the dark maze. The path is always the same.
What happened?
Trog lost his footing.
Yeah, but he got the grapple spot. Did he let go of the grapple spot?
Unfortunately, I had missed that because I was focused on LPGanon's side.
Well, he's got plenty of time to spare.
And thus, folks, we are going to see the rare maze chest check. This is a gamble that unfortunately is not going to work out, but... Oh no, because LPGanon had the hurricane spin, that took a bit of time. But admittedly, right now it's more... We're minutes away. We're minutes away from him to catch up, more so than seconds.
See what's here? It is just a piece of heart.
But he does get a heart container out of that, so... Kinda nice, but not what he's looking for. So yeah, Phantom Ganon's last remains, piece of heart. I actually get to use that one. Wow.
You know, it's almost like they wanted us to find barrier skip because there's this nice little room that makes going back to Hyrule oh so very convenient. Light arrows are super overpowered.
And speaking of, that's what Zelda has now as we take care of the 4 phases of Ganondorf. Deflection, destruction, distraction, and decoration. By the time we see decoration, the fight is already over.
4 phases?
Well, we have to, you know, decorate the garden with our new ornament.
Valid.
So this is the destruction phase, the only time where, you know, combat really works well. So now all we have to do is get a good deflection. Ooh, Ganon is putting up a fight on this one. Oh!
Zelda!
Alright, there's the deflection. There's the parry, the jump, and the stab! Get your GGs out in chat, folks, because Trog has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, 43 seconds.
Alright, shall we invite him in for an interview?
We shall very soon. I just need to make sure that we get Ganny's audio up. Hang on, folks. And LPGanon is going into Earth.
Well, we're gonna get that hurricane spin to hollow.
Unfortunately, this is not the right path. This is where that 50-50 choice comes in.
Alright. He has agreed to an interview. We shall speak to him shortly.
Ganon, you can treat Medley better.
How is Ganon still talking with a sword through his brains?
Fair question. The world may never know. But perhaps Trog may. GG!
Hey guys, GG, thanks.
So how about that seed?
I was kind of feeling vanilla for a little bit there. We had some silly locations, well, interesting locations, I'll say, for early game stuff. It was kind of, I don't know, I kind of liked it somewhat. I mean, it was a little trolly, but I felt like it was a good kind of trolls. Like, grappling hook at vanilla was an excellent troll. I'll go ahead and give the nods to that. Whoever rolled that seed, I'll give you a nod to that one.
That was me.
Pretty good. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. I mean, and then let's see, Tower of the Gods. I had to enter we both had to enter 2 dungeons this seed without the dungeon item itself, which is like, if you've played any randomizer, that's like something you should never do. And it was required this seed to enter Dragon Roost without grappling hook and Tower of the Gods without bow and command melody.
Yeah,
so that was
we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I was not. I didn't have anywhere else to go, so it kind of made my options fairly simple. But I don't know. I was okay. Also, maybe I'm brain farting here, but command melody was on the mini boss, the Dark Nut in Tower of the Gods. I thought command melody was in logic, like required for that room. Is it? Don't you need command melody to get across like casually for the second statue?
So here's how you do that. You can shoot an arrow at that eye, and then cross with one of the little Armos Knights.
Oh my god, really? That works? That's funny. I'm glad I did not know that was a thing, so I'm glad I knew the sequence break. But that's actually really cool that that's in logic. But yeah,
so, speaking of logic, can you explain your logic for why you chose to skip Godan?
Because I hate him a lot. I knew he had an item. So Godan, especially if you don't do the sequence break on the first floor. I mean, it's already unlocked. I opened the warp pod up so I could backtrack if need be, but I was already feeling trolled enough this seed, so I'm like, I'm not. Godan is required, like this is the ultimate troll seed, and I'll just throw my hands up in the air.
I'm surprised you didn't throw your hands up in the air with Bomb Island.
Yeah, no, well, it was required, this seed, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it a sword upgrade or something?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yep. I'm starting to realize I've looked at the statistics and I'm starting to see the probabilities on Bomb Island, and so it's just like, as much as I hate it, I have to do it. This time it actually behaved somewhat, but I mean, there's always going to be at least one thing that goes wrong in there.
Fortunately, Bomb Island didn't give you too many troubles, but there's another thing that we were curious about.
Yeah, what's that?
Why do you not like the Postal Service so much?
Yeah, that's what made me frown when I totally brain farted and forgot that the Forsaken Fortress 2 mail was a thing, and I really should have checked that before I headed to Wind Temple, because I could have skipped half of Wind Temple had I known that. And I remember to do that, so that's a lesson to learn. I definitely feel like whenever I'm doing these kind of seeds, I have to learn something the hard way to remember never to do that again. And so that's something I can add to my list of things to always remember to do moving forward.
Makes sense. Oh my. The mail's kind of tricky. You just gotta learn it and remember the flags.
Yeah. Yeah, for anyone coming into this, that's definitely probably one of the hardest things, learning these settings. Is just the mail. And I mean, I know all the flags and stuff like that. It's just sometimes going to be easy to, it's something small like that can be easy to forget.
I mean, it even took Lego many versions of the randomizer to figure out what the mail flags were.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I definitely in Wind Temple did something I've never seen before, like glitch wise. So I'm going to be looking back at the VOD here and seeing what I did because okay, so the where Makar normally goes in jail, that little cage in there, I was just hook shotting that statue and all of a sudden it just like came right towards me and crushed me. So
I thought I saw that, but I wasn't exactly sure.
yeah, that looked a lot like a glitch in Twilight Princess where you can move actors around with the claw shots. And for a while we were testing that in Wind Waker because they share similar engines, so if a glitch exists in one, there's a good chance it exists in the other. And we've never been able to figure out a way to replicate it. So I'm going to see if that's what I thought I saw because it looked a lot like claw shot actor displacement, which would be really cool.
Keep me informed on that. It's like that would
Yeah.
be pretty awesome if we discovered a glitch during the tournament.
During the randomizer itself, yeah.
I would be curious about the potential applications of this, but
I don't know if it would have too many applications, and especially in the randomizer. It would be very minor, if anything. But
well, another glitch in Wind Waker is always a nice
I will
thing
go.
to have.
If there weren't enough glitches already.
Yeah, I kind of like how unique and different Wind Waker and Wind Waker HD are. Like, they're both very broken in their own ways, but very
Right.
different.
Exactly, and it's interesting because to some degree you can kind of once you know one you can kind of figure out the other, but I don't know. Like I've seen SD runners struggle to learn the HD strats and vice versa, so it's just like it's still not free once you learn one. They're definitely their own separate games.
Well, learning storage is definitely difficult in Super Swimming and SD.
Right, and then with the item sliding and all the optimizations are just completely different in HD. Really cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, overall interesting seed. I think I personally enjoyed generally seeds that delay having the Deca Leaf because this seed Deca Leaf was actually pretty late comparatively to normal seeds. And I kind of like that just because it's requires you to sometimes use like different strats and different ways to get through some of the dungeons. Like I definitely had to do Tower of the Gods on the fly because I very rarely do Tower of the Gods glitchless. So it definitely put me on my toes to remember what would be the optimal route here doing this without Leaf. So it was kind of cool.
actually, there is a way to do that clip without the leaf, and it was being discussed in chat.
That's right. I think Azir was talking in a previous discussion that there is a way. I have not added that to my glitch repertoire, surprisingly. I know it may seem like I have an endless amount, but that is one I have not learned yet. So now that I know it actually can happen, I should definitely make sure I have it ready to go.
So, what do you think of your next round opponents? You'll either be facing Seafrack or Samurai Man.
It'd be cool to. I don't know Seafrick, but as far as Samurai Man, I do know of him. He's an old boy as far as Wind Waker goes. He used to do runs like way back in 2012, so he definitely knows his stuff. I think it'd be cool to get a chance to talk to him afterwards to see talk to an old guy like that. It's cool.
Indeed.
So what's Ganon's story here? He's in Earth Temple. Shouldn't be here, I'm guessing. I don't think there's anything here.
Gamble.
Ah, is that what it came down to?
Yeah, Ganon checked the mail, got the sword, and it just came down to, well, 50-50.
Yep.
He even checked the Ganon's Tower maze chest.
Oh, he checked that already? Check that already?
Yeah.
That's funny.
We were...
I respect that.
Was
I respect that.
for vanilla light arrows, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. That would be hilarious. I would gladly accept defeat if he gambled Maze chest and it happened to be there. I would willingly hand him, shake his hand, and say, "Good job. That was ballsy." But it's only like what 2% chance, so there's a reason we try not to go there.
Oh man. this would be so amazing and
It's
so
gonna happen.
incredibly awful, though, at the same time.
It's gonna happen. I don't know. I hope it'll happen this tournament. Hopefully not to me, but I'm sure I'm asking for it now.
I heard it happened to somebody.
Oh, it
before
has.
the tournament.
That's hilarious. It's out there. It is a real. It is real seeds that can exist. So.
All right. Well, at least, Trog, you get 2 weeks to take care of your map. Oh, come on, Tingle statue in Earth Temple.
Oh boy.
But as I was trying to say before Tingle surprised me, you basically have 2 weeks to get your race in, so practice up, and
Yep.
we're looking forward to it.
Yep. Looking forward to it too. I think I'm gonna have to head out, guys. Here. So thanks again for doing the commentary and hosting this.
And thank you for racing. It's been awesome
Absolutely.
watching.
I'll give Ganon my GGs, but I won't be able to be in chat, so I'll keep my eye out for him.
Alright.
But thanks, guys.
Alright, Trog.
Bye. Bye.
LPGanon so far finding nothing in the Earth Temple.
I mean, we knew it was gonna have nothing.
I think the only thing I saw that was kind of unique was the fill-up coupon. But who really cares about that one? Now, fortunately, LPGanon only has 6 items left, if I've counted correctly. The bad news, we have to deal with the mini mirrors room.
Ugh.
Allow me to try to set the stage for this one. So the mini mirrors room, you basically have to go through, not exactly a maze, but basically you have to go from wall to wall, light statue to light statue, in order to make your way to light a big face mask at the end. There are 2 chests you can either get along the way or at the end, your choice. And that will eventually lead you to the final crypt and the big key chest. At least these pose are not much of a problem. Alright, here's that crypt. Here's the 3rd crypt room. Chest all the way at the end. Is it anything good?
Oh, just a piece of heart.
Well, it's probably the best thing we could hope for. Ooh, beatheads.
You know, surprisingly, for having gotten so many progression locations, he's only at 4 hearts.
One of the chests in Wind Temple had a heart container. And I don't believe Ganon is going to encounter that.
Probably not.
But then again, if one's careful, it is entirely possible to take out Ganon even during a 3-heart run.
I mean, you can afford to take 2 hits.
But the 3rd strike and you're out.
Also, I think he has magic armor, doesn't he? Or was that Trog that got that?
Magic armor was found in the Forbidden Woods. Both runners likely have it. So, this is the Many Mirrors room. LPGanon, I believe, is trying to do some special setup to minimize the time spent here by standing on this statue.
Ridley is dumb though and has a bird brain and can't do things right.
You were saying?
After it took like 2 minutes to do.
Alright, I guess we'll go with that. So by standing on that statue, in that specific position, Medley is able to aim carefully, sequence break to this statue over here, and then realize, okay, maybe we don't need a sequence break, just aim directly at Link. Gotta put the shield back there. There we go. Whoa, don't look into the light, it burns! I hope that chest was worth it. Now, technically, if you like the face mask before you reveal these chests or the walls, they're automatically revealed for you.
Probably so that you don't automatically permanently lose them.
Well, it's also for logistical reasons, the light's in the room.
True.
And Mumu Didi is correct. Technically, you didn't have to deal with the medley here. Unfortunately, LPGanon was not aware of that.
No, at least he's almost. The temples were never something I enjoyed doing.
Oop. LPGanon, you may have to go back up there. Yeah, apparently these crypts will only react to the light.
I believe so, yes. Although, admittedly, I've never tried light arrows, but I doubt that would work.
Maybe worth experimenting in the future. However, it may still not be worth the time save, even if it does save time. After all, you would probably drain close to half of your magic. Alright, Stalfos are down. Oh, okay, and Principal has confirmed you cannot use light arrows. You have to use the mirror shield for this room. There's the compass. Did we see the map pickup for Earth Temple yet?
Again, it doesn't really matter. It's like, well, I guess it's one less boss. It's like, this is the worst part of the dungeon here. Whoa. Oh, he's clipping out of bounds. Trying. What he's trying to do here is a ledge clip followed by a roll clip. Roll clips are frame perfect and are always on the exact same frame. Because for one frame, you have control of Link while he's still partially in the wall, I think is how that works.
Gets it! With this clip, you can go all the way behind the staircase.
Is he gonna have enough magic? Oh my goodness. Oh boy. That was way too close for comfort.
Fortunately, not a problem. Just has to deal with a dark nut and some cursed bubbles.
Worst kind of cursed bubbles, though.
Yeah, the ones that can prevent offensive capabilities. But that's why you have the mighty Deku Leaf.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you get smacked by one of them, you can't use the leaf. Or the hook shot, or anything else.
The reward is another treasure chart. And, oh! Now, I think technically LPGanon had to save warp out of there anyway, because the stairs were not activated. If the map has been found, then that means Ganon is going to take on Jahala.
Looks to be that way. Hey, we're gonna get a Hurricane Spin Jahala fight, people.
Well, at least that'll help the fight go by quickly. Oh, those shadow choo-choos. I was never a fan of them.
Yeah, light arrows one-shot him.
I never understood how, if you just try to strike them with your sword, that they just manage to reform. It's an interesting, well, we'll worry about that later. For now, here is Jahala. But, no, well, this is not the hurricane strategy. Instead, going for random bombs and hoping to at least get a recycle.
Well, 2 cycles are test only.
There's another bowl. And once again, hoping the bombs work. Well, it does get a few.
Usually it's 5 pose per phase. Unless, Jahala decides to suck back up his pose early. Also, oh, he doesn't have light arrows, right?
That is correct. Light arrows are in the Wind Temple. And if LPGanon had the light arrows, we wouldn't even be here.
Alright. What does Mulgara have for us? Or not Mulgara, Jahala.
We will know as soon as the face melts, basically. Not the light that burns!
Is that?
Treasure chart.
And he's like, this is no reason to be celebrating. Well, he still has the mail though, so probably it's like, well, I still have that.
The final letter from Beto or Baito himself. We may see that before we see the Wind Temple, and if we do, that means we will have seen every single item that is a potential progressive spot in this scene.
Wow. That's crazy.
Try again?
Looking like a low 3 hour, maybe even sub 3 hour if he goes quickly enough.
That will require quick movement, but right now, Ganon is in Windfall. This is close to the Wind Temple, but... Oh!
Checking the mail, probably. and getting storage at the same time, I would think.
2 letters. Skip that one. And here is Baito's letter.
And it is just a piece of card. That is most certainly not what LPGanon was hoping for.
Speaking of stuff he's not hoping for, where is he going? Is this
He
the
still
one?
hasn't done the windmill thing.
Right, Creed. But that doesn't have anything.
He doesn't know that.
That is a fair point.
It's probably like, did I really lose because of fire arrows?
Well, he has fire arrows at least, but that's not the reason.
I can't blame him for disliking the... I wonder if he doesn't know that you can just clip it through the side of the thing.
And, right, a joy pendant. I didn't track that for a reason, probably. Because who wants joy pendants?
There is no joy in joy pendants.
Alright, hopefully
Where
Ganon...
is he going? Where are you? Okay, you're going to outside, hopefully. No? No! What are you doing?
That's Dragon Roost. Let's think about what is nearby. We can get to Gale Isle from there, but most likely you would rather just go from Windfall. Which, that's where he was.
He's where? Oh, Fire Mountain. Still hasn't done the overworld.
You are right. Fire Mountain has not been done on Ganon's side. I did not keep track of that.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Pretty sure it's safe to say Rip Sub 3.
Fire Mountain did have a quiver upgrade, yes, but that's not the same as the light arrows. Quiver upgrades and bow upgrades are considered separate. That's more for the folks that aren't as familiar with this randomizer here. Alright. Ganon gets a good climb up. Helmer rocks aren't causing a problem. Oh!
Ooh.
Unfortunately, trips into the lava. Fire keys aren't causing a problem this time. And I didn't even see the A button prompt. And the Keys wants to get in on the frame shot right there. But nope, the zoom in prevents it. Unfortunately, this does not give LPGanon what he wants. He is missing the light arrows. Has to go to Wind Temple, but he doesn't realize it.
He's gonna do everything before he goes to the temple.
Well, hopefully not everything.
I mean, he's pretty much done almost everything except for Needle Rock and Ice Ring Isle, I think. I think Needle Rock is the last location we've never...
You're actually right. We never did see what was inside Needle Rock. I forgot about that one. We went to Needle Rock on Trog's side because the mailbox was there, and if the mail didn't have the sword upgrade, Trog would have gone in. Apparently Needle Rock isn't getting a lot of love today.
Well, we might just see it, because I think that LPGanon is going to do everything in Overworld before going to Wind Temple.
Well, first, Ice Ring Isle. Will Ganon go for the jump attack on the chest and then get up that way? Yep. And hoping that the wind works out, yes it does.
So I think this, then Needle Rock, then Wind Temple.
Which would mean a full clear.
Yep. We'll have seen every progression location in the seed at that point.
Ooh, LPGanon is having some difficulty navigating on the ice.
Kind of rude thinking about the fact that this is so useful to have iron boots for when you consider the fact that iron boots are here in vanilla.
I would prefer to forget about that.
Fun fact, I believe in Japanese 1.0 or whatever of this game, you can, in a task, get the iron boots without ever having fire arrows. Or at least getting the fire, or shooting a fire arrow. Something about frame perfect pausing or something.
Alright, I did not see where LPGanon warped to.
Looks like he's going Needle Rock.
Does this mean we will finally see what's in there?
Here so. Not much else he could be doing.
What is this final location going to give us?
Come on, Tingle Tuner. Just for me.
We don't need to worry about any more letters, so... Sure, we can just go through part of the hole while the ice is covering it. Yeah.
No, and like I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but you can actually just kind of slash the ice till it starts to melt.
I didn't realize the sword was a heat source.
It takes a while, but it does eventually go down.
How long are we talking?
Couple minutes of spinning your sword around.
That doesn't sound fun.
No, but it is a potential sequence break if you ever felt like it for whatever reason. 200 rupees.
And Ganon is not jumping for joy.
Like, great. Wind Temple.
Fortunately, it's not too far in Wind Temple. You don't have to face Mulgara.
Sadly.
Look, we got to hear the music once. Be thankful.
True.
Alright. Ganon is heading to Wind Temple.
Where was the light arrows?
The left alcove chest. Typically the third chest runners will go for when they are able to full clear from start to finish. If they don't have the hook shot, that is traditionally the second chest. At least if I remember how routing works in the vanilla game. Alright, LPGanon. Rolling on in. Welcome to the Wind Temple.
Don't worry, LPGanon. You'll find your light arrows soon enough.
As long as that all-important chest is not skipped.
Wait. Don't curse it.
If I end up cursing this run because of that, we've got bigger issues to worry about. Alright, first chest did not have anything of worth based off of my notes. Just 50 rupees. Alright, past the trap room. And once again, time to grow some more trees. This seed proved to be a bit difficult in order to find everything. With all the vanilla items and the eventual 50-50 gamble.
It's not a kind seed, that's for sure.
When it comes to Wind Waker Randomizer, how many seeds are kind?
Fair point.
Alright, at least with the Wizrobes down, should be much easier to deal with when it comes to planting these trees.
Yep.
And going to skip one, I guess.
Yeah, no need to plant that tree.
Just the top one is enough to activate the doors, I guess.
And the first one here is enough to get the top on the food.
We're about to find out. It is. Alright, Makar, you, interesting Korok, you. Why am I struggling to remember when you actually enter this room? I may have seen it on Trog's side, but this room...
It's after you get the shot in, you know, you need hook shot to get to the trees.
Right. I can understand why Mumu Didi doesn't like Wind Temple if trying to navigate your way through is a little confusing. But fortunately, LPGanon is making the most of it. Just has to be careful of those blue bubbles.
Blue bubbles aren't really a threat. I don't think they're really annoying.
Okay, now that Ganon is through... Alright. Going for the hub room chest first. Definitely not one of the traditional orders around here. He needs to get to the hallway that has a chest in the left alcove.
It won't take too long, I don't hopefully.
Unfortunately, I'm forgetting which one it is.
There's too many different pathways in it. Wind Temple.
Armos Knight's not causing problems. Apparently, time delay smoke effect going on. And down it goes. Alright, is this the correct room? I think it is.
Don't get grabbed by the wall master. Or master thing. Thing of many names.
Alright, I think LPGanon is good. Now I'm going to carry Makar over.
Only to realize
Oh!
entirely useless. Alright. And there's go mode for LPGanon.
At 3 hours, 45 seconds. Not exactly a sub 3 hour seed, but we'll take it. Again, Ganon did have the right idea, just made the wrong, unfortunate choice. I did appreciate the attempt at the maze chest, though.
That was pretty amusing. I think LPGanon cleared everything except the end of Wind Temple.
Pretty much. Trog didn't have to even enter the Earth Temple on this one. This was... Let's at least go through here. Dragon Roost Cavern had Grappling Hook, Shard, and Boomerang. Forbidden Woods had Elemental Arrows. Tower of the Gods had a bow. Forsaken Fortress had a Shard along with Wind God's Aria, which you needed in order to get the light arrows from Wind Temple.
Actually, I don't think we had to use Wind God's Aria.
You had to use Wind God's Aria in order to get into the room. In order to get to the central hub room, in order to eventually get into the room with the light arrows.
Do you?
Yes, there's a door that's guarded by 2 trees.
Yeah, but that's just command melody.
Oh, right. Why was I mixing up the two? It's been a bit of a long siege, folks. I apologize.
Indeed it has. Also, oh my, apparently our tracker having fun with the left side of the stream.
Everything that Trog did not collect. Once again, the trials are completely pointless. But this time, Ganon is able to just take out Phantom Ganon at the top.
Why does Ganon want to kill Phantom Ganon anyway?
Because Phantom Ganon failed him. I mean, history repeated itself from Ocarina of Time.
Thanks for the spoilers.
Oh. Whoops. Well, I'm going to regret that one later. At least Precipa will be on my side, kind of.
I barely made it past the Master Sword. Like, I went to the opponent race and that's it.
Phantom Ganon was the next boss you would have encountered.
Ah.
That much I can safely tell you, but I will say no more because I know you are not going to like me after that.
Don't worry, I'm not much the type to be annoyed at spoilers. I'm just teasing mostly.
Well, apparently, Didi isn't the biggest fan. Oh well.
Also, I think you have to activate these guys. Attack them.
Well, here's hoping there's plenty of magic in the pots. There is 1. There is 2.
There's always some full magic in there. And fairy there, and 30 arrows there. Basically a refill.
And refill is necessary. Time for Puppet Ganon. First shot did not work well.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, that does not look like an easy sniping position.
It's never easy. Cut down the tail of Ganon.
This boss right here
There.
is why the boomerang is required by logic. Because trying to hit that tail is extremely difficult. Unless you knock it down as if Puppet Ganon was Calais Danos. Fortunately, the keys are able to refill anything that you're missing. Now, why couldn't Zelda 1 Randomizer do that?
Who knows?
And that deals with item groups, and I don't want to go into that right now. That's 2 hits down.
And there's the third. Time for Spider Pig. Wolfman, take it away.
You want me to do it this time? I mean, technically I gave a clean one on the last one. You want a second shot?
Yep.
Then wait for it to appear. And go. Oh, I thought you said you were taking the second shot. Fine, fine. Spider Pig does whatever Spider Pig does. Can he swing from that web? No, he can't, 'cause he's a pig. Look out! Here comes the Spider Pig. Yeah, I wasn't gonna make up lyrics this time. I already did that the first time. Alright, one more bounce should do. Oh boy, far end! Oh, extremely lucky.
You can still hit him even if you get stuck between his legs. You can just hit him when he bounces up for a split second.
Yeah, the tricky part is being able to actually hit and not have the bounce actually cause the tail to go up. I've seen that way too many times in this run. Or in this tournament, I should say.
But the Ganon's annoying, what can I say?
And I'm guessing that's why the third face had to be Moldorm.
But the Ganon's almost as annoying as Zelda. Who we all make fun of because she can't aim worth anything.
Well, fortunately, Puppet Ganon is down. So now Ganon is going to go for the Climb of Reflection. Woo! Very fast mashing there.
Remember, most of the speedrunners of this game have learned to zombie hover.
Zombie hover is allowed in this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to convince Lego to put Tingle Tuner back in the progressive items.
As in Tingle Tuner required for zombie hover? Or something else?
Just in general, like in progressive items. Because as you can see, we never got the Tingle Tuner, even though we got all the locations in this seed.
Well, all that means is, Tingle Tuner wasn't required. It technically never is.
Yeah, we don't need to tell Lego that.
You realize that this video is going to exist forever, right?
Hopefully he doesn't watch.
Hey, no guarantee. It is time for the 4 phases of Ganondorf. Once again, distraction, destruction, deflection, and decoration. Ganon is trying to keep his health at max. One of the joys of using the soup is you have double attack, but as soon as you lose one hit...
Zelda! Zelda, you stink!
Ganon was in midair. As I said, this is the distraction phase. You have to keep Ganon distracted. And you can't easily do that while Ganondorf is jumping up like a maniac.
Honestly, Zelda is more the final boss than Ganon.
Well, this is the deflection phase after all. So all we have to do is jump and stab.
GG. With an official time of 3:12:19. Get your GGs in chat, and shall we invite him in for an hour for you?
I agree, but first I need to make sure that we have some music for the folks. Hang on. For those that haven't had the chance yet, please follow our runs, as well as our tracker, Moo Didi, and my commentary partner, MathGirl718.
Alright, LPGanon has agreed to join for an interview. I'll minimize that. Hello, LPGanon GG.
Hello.
So how about that seed?
Well, that was quite a race.
Yes, it was.
Well, in the beginning it was pretty generous, I'd say. And when it got to the point that you just needed one last item, which in my case was the bow progression, it could literally be anywhere. And I had 34 progressions, 34 items or locations left to check. So I thought, well, whoever made the right guess, that wins.
That is...
But I didn't expect to win against Trog anyway, so everything's cool.
It was the guess that failed you. Trogwet Wind Temple first.
Yeah, I figured.
However, that wasn't the entire end because you checked the mail first.
Ah, okay.
Yep, he needed his sword after he got his bow upgrade, which was in the mail, which he hadn't checked yet.
I see. Also, I really found that vanilla grappling hook pretty funny. That was pretty cool.
Right? That was awesome.
And what else? Yeah, going to Forsaken Fortress without the leaf was quite a ride.
How about that command melody?
Oh yeah.
And the bow.
And the bow, yeah.
Also,
Well,
I commend you for going for the Dark Maze chest.
yeah. I really wanted to do that once, at least once in this tournament. Like when you have just one item left, which will be the light arrows, the last progression item for the bow. It would be pretty fun if that thing would be in the maze chest. But well, it wasn't.
I'm still waiting for the day vanilla light arrows happen.
Yeah, that will be awesome.
Well, with the end result of this match, you are now beneath the waves and have to take out Tom and J Rabbit.
Let's see.